Hello, I'm Sunset, and this is a review of... Now, it is exceedingly vital for me to explain to you what Stellaris really is. You see, on paper, it is a game where you build a galactic empire. You control the species, the trade of the species, the ethics they believe in, the policies they set, every single detail just to your liking. And then you embark on this great galactic voyage, expanding your territory, gaining new technologies, building larger and larger warships, all for the goal of uniting the galaxy under a perfect utopia, a dream made reality, spanning an entire galaxy. You actually believe me. This game's about one thing, baby. Becoming the Galactic Emperor, and then fucking destroying any who oppose you. And it's not that I'm a bad guy, trust me. It's just that all the solutions to my problems happen to involve eating an entire species. It's just the way it is. No, but in all seriousness, this game's fucking awesome, and the way it allows you to do whatever the hell you want. This is the ultimate role-playing game, ironically. Every game that's an RPG in the title isn't a fucking RPG, but this random 4X strategy game is the best RPG I've played in a long fucking time, and that's weird. But in all seriousness, it is incredible how many different permutations you can take in making an alien empire. Holy fuck. At the end of the day, all we do is just keep playing the Galactic Emperor, but they just keep adding variety for some fucking reason. Now, I know the meme around this game has basically been, fucking genocide, go burr, but you need to listen to me when I say there is so much to this fucking game. Holy shit. I mean, I could go on for literal hours just talking about the different things you can do, but you can go from being tree-hugging hippies to the literal flood from Halo. It's up to you, man. It's what you want to do. It is insane how much in content there is. You know how in certain strategy games, you kind of settle into one niche that you really like? I have 500 hours in this game and I still don't know what the fuck I like to do in it. Every time it's something different. And a way they achieve this is a very, very huge portion of the game is random as shit. What I mean by that is past the character creator you use to create your empire, your flag, the species at which occupies your empire, there is no guarantee for what happens next. Which is either gonna piss off some strategy game enthusiast who really wants to iron out their strategies without the elements of randomness, or for everyone else who enjoys fun, it's fucking entertaining every time. To truly cover the amount of different random events that can happen in this game, I'd be here until I died. So I'm just going to leave it off at no two games will ever be even fucking close to being alike. And that's the truth of it. And yeah, these games can be fucking long. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, from the start to the finish of a Stellaris game, you will feel as if you've aged. Like, you will feel fucking older. You will look back on a younger self and say, holy fuck, what was that? And that is just a side effect of it being a 4X game. Just cause every planet you colonize, you can goddamn micromanage it to your heart's content. Through the buildings you build there, through the species you allow on said planet, to the species capabilities and who you assign to have what jobs. It can be either simple or as complicated as you want it to be. Now, enough beating around the bush. The actual question you want fucking answered: how much of my life am I gonna have to sacrifice to know what the hell is happening? And I'm glad to say, not too much. Stellaris is actually pretty easy to get into once you understand the UI. Now, I need you to understand what I just said. I am a fucking idiot. I need you to know that, because it is necessary to understand that when I tell you I play on the hardest difficulty and I have a good amount of success. That's all you need to know. If you are doubting whether you could even get into this game, that's all the evidence you need. And if you're already a pretty veteran strategy game player, just know that this game is worth your time. You'll enjoy it. It is a very similar gameplay loop to Civilization. I mean, there's a lot of similarities here in how they make you feel and basically the reward you get from Civilization and that dopamine hit is almost the exact same as Stellaris. It is a very odd crossing of paths because on paper the games are extremely different, but when you actually play through it, you kind of realize they're very fucking similar. Now for the shit that pisses me off about the game. No, I only got one real gripe, but it is a fucking big one. The DLC is ridiculous, you greedy motherfucker. It's only a situation that can come from a company having a monopoly over the space, and they have a monopoly on strategy games, fucking Paradox. And they have treated every single one of their games as a DLC factory, rinsing their fucking community for their money. And Stellaris is no fucking different. And for some reason, the Paradox community was angry at some point, but now they're just kind of just giving up because they're so fucking thirsty for content. But I will not give up. This shit is not okay. I don't care how many fucking humble bundle deals you do, you greedy cunts. This shit is not right. Especially when you release shitty games that are so fucking vanilla without DLC that they're basically unplayable. Fucking CK2 is shit without fucking DLC. Crusader Kings 3, don't even get me fucking started. Hoi 4, holy fuck. Without multiplayer, that game would have died. And now Stellaris. Is it worth it without DLC? Fuck no, it's a goddamn piece of shit without DLC. It is so fucking boring. I'd rather watch paint dry, because at least I'd be painting at that point. Alright, I'm sorry you had to see that, but that was like a decade of rage at Paradox building up. The truth about it is, Paradox has a monopoly on the 4X strategy game market, and they're going to do whatever they want to because it is the primary source of content. And I love these games, so I'm gonna fucking pay for it. I'm just not gonna like it. And I swear to God, the second another company comes along and makes similar games, but they actually, you know, release completed games and don't sell us the features later on in DLC packs, Paradox is going to eat so much shit so fucking quickly, I'm gonna laugh all the way to the bank. From the money I saved from fucking buying DLC, I'll probably be able to get another fucking car. And next up, the thing I fucking hate about this game is, well, another Paradox fucking classic is they keep changing it, like, completely. Fucking stop. It is incredible how many times they have changed the fucking planet UI, how that works, how growth works, how you get your populations in the first fucking place, the entire balance of the game, the admin capacity, basically how big your empire can be before you suffer penalties. They've changed it all so many fucking times. I've just given up on trying to keep track. And you know why that's a fucking negative? Ask the Stellaris community. Oh wait, it doesn't fucking exist because he didn't give it a chance to grow. You can't expect people to crowd around a game and support it if it keeps changing every fucking 5 minutes. All you need to do is look at Hearts of Iron 4 to realize a community has been fucked by a game that's constantly changing and doesn't know what it wants to be. And that's exactly what they're doing to Stellaris. Hearts of Iron hasn't decided what fucking genre it wants to be, if it's an esport, if it's casual, so it keeps fucking metronoming between the two and leaving the community in the fucking dust. The exact same shit's happening to Stellaris. Every fucking patch is made to accompany the DLC coming with it. You know the problem with that? If you don't want to buy that DLC, suddenly you're playing a game that's balanced around a new thing you don't have, leaving you in the fucking dust. It's disappointing because Stellaris was such a departure from how they normally make games that there was at least a grain of hope that would have been different, been able to attract a larger audience just by being different and not being fucking bound to the same bad habits Paradox has been known for. But unfortunately this game falls under that category of, we're gonna take all your fucking money and we're gonna make sure either psychologically we fuck you into doing it, or analytically, if you want to be good at this game or you want to have the best empire, you will have to buy the newest thing. It's just the way it is. The power creep is very real. Toxoids is fucking broken as shit compared to everything else. Aquatics is basically fucking been in the meta since it came out. So yeah, at the very least, the major DLCs for Stellaris are required to have a very good time. And then if you end up enjoying the game as much as I think you will, you'll be psychologically bound to get the rest of the DLC. It's part of Paradox's whole fucking scheme. Just know, and don't fool yourself, if you buy this game and enjoy it, eventually you will buy all the DLC. It's just a matter of time. The psychological grind against you is just too much. Last thing to mention that pisses me off, after all that patching, all those DLCs, the game still runs like shit in the end game. Cause guess what? When you load thousands and thousands of entities at once, the game doesn't function well. Who would have fucking thought? Alright, I'm done fucking thinking about Paradox. I'm gonna give you the scores now. And I want to preface this by saying, if the DLC wasn't as cancerous as it is, it could be an easy 10 out of 10. I fucking love Stellaris from the bottom of my heart. But just because Paradox is a shitty company, it's a 5. Fuck you, Paradox. The rest of this video is going to be me going over a few points that I missed in the main review. Music. Music is good. It's not like Rome Total War good, but it is fucking pretty goddamn good. Graphics are like acceptable for a strategy game like this. I don't expect them to be great just because how many entities the game does have to load, but it's alright. The art style, on the other hand, the art style is fucking superb. 10 out of 10. Whoever designed this game is fucking awesome. The game state's fucked. Just because every goddamn major update does exist, but it's accompanied by a major DLC, and the update only makes fucking sense if you get the DLC, so unless you're paying for it, it's shit. The community that is here and has survived Paradox's bullshit is actually very fucking awesome. There's a bunch of cool people on YouTube, that kind of thing. Despite how shitty Paradox is to its own community, there's a real gem here. Combat is pretty basic unless you're playing multiplayer. Multiplayer, it basically becomes far deeper just because you're fighting humans, but for a single player, just build battleships, you'll be fucking fine. Other than that, you really just send your fleet at the enemy fleet and they kind of just clobber each other until one dies, which is a simplicity that I do enjoy, and I like watching, you know, laser beams firing at each other because I'm a fucking primate, but, you know, if you're looking for like a deeper combat experience, it's not here. The UI I do enjoy. I know some people don't, but I mean, when you start having like 800 planets, shit's gonna get wacky no matter what, so I don't really mind the UI being that cluttered when you're fucking playing a tall empire. If it really does bother you, there's a fucking plethora of mods that can customize the UI to your fucking heart's content. In-game events. I'm not going to go too deep into here because I can spoil the shit out of this game very quickly by talking about it, but essentially, as you're exploring the universe, you'll find excavation sites where you can uncover unique artifacts with stories behind them, anomalies, which are basically just events that your scientists run into, and they vary in quality and different stories behind them. Just know that there's always a random event that's going to happen, is going to make your day. It's the gold of this game, the randomness that happens constantly. I just enjoy. One side note I do need to mention, it's extremely important, is like when you're starting a game, it is not immediately like satisfying. You have to get through like the first 20 or 30 years of the game, then the game just fucking becomes awesome. Once you start interacting with your neighbors and other alien species, the game fucking takes off into the atmosphere, literally. It's fucking a fantastic time. Just get through that first like initial hour or two, you have an amazing time. And I'm pretty much done here. I'm not going to explain the entire game to you because that's boring as shit, and that's not why you're here. You're here to decide whether it's worth it or not. I'm just going to say, if you're willing to break out the wallet and you like strategy games, this game is going to be very fun for you. If you like strategy games but you don't want to spend a fucking $200 on this shit, don't go for it. Unless you get it in a humble bundle deal, then definitely go for it. But other than that, just don't. It's not fucking worth it. Don't fucking stretch yourself out, buy one DLC, because the entire Paradox scheme is psychological warfare into making you buy all the DLC, and you will give in. It's the whole reason they're a successful company. Alright, time for the final thoughts, so I'm not wasting your time anymore. Basically, I just gotta come clean. I fucking love this game so much, but I hate to see what Paradox is doing to it, because they're just turning into another fucking cash cow, farming a loyal fan base, and it fucking pisses me off to no end. So just know, with all the things I've said, I still do really love this game, and most of Paradox's titles. Just realize that this shit's a scheme, dog. You're gonna spend a lot of fucking money if you get into their game, so just be careful of that shit. Other than that, you'll have a good rest of your evening, night, morning, wherever you are. Enjoy it.